Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dion and today, as you can see from the title, we are discussing Taylor Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl. This album came out about a week ago and I wanted to let it marinate, look at the music videos, look at the visuals before I really got into it. This album is very showgirl themed, the showgirls of the 30s, 40s, 60s, 70s, Vegas showgirls, all different types of showgirls as depicted in the Fate of Ophelia music video. It's glittery, vaudevillian, all of that jazz. Taylor Swift did work with Max Martin and Shellback on the album, who helped produce records like 1989 and Reputation. So everyone was very excited for this sort of pop style album. There are no bonus tracks on the album and there's only 12 songs. She is releasing variants with like voice memos and acoustic versions of the songs, but the album itself, it's just those 12 songs. So when I first listened to the album at midnight, I wrote down my first impressions. That way I could like look back at what I first thought and tell you guys what I feel now. So if you like Taylor Swift, then definitely make sure to subscribe to this channel because I post videos every Thursday. And with that, let's get into it. I'm gonna have some really cool information for you guys. And if you don't like Taylor Swift, turn up the volume. This is important. There is no government mandate to listen to her music. You're not legally bound. You can just move on. And in fact, there's no government mandate that states if you don't like her music, you have to make 50 TikToks about it. You can just move on. There's a lot of music I don't like. I don't spend my time listening to it and critiquing it. Swifties aren't being compelled to buy all these variants. We want to. Taylor Swift could write a song every month and produce it and release it, and we would be happy and it still wouldn't be enough. We love all the stuff that she produces. We love that she's constantly giving us content. You might feel like she's oversaturated. We could not get enough. We are buying the variants on our own will. No one's forcing us. I don't even buy variants. I don't even care. Like, I don't buy the physical media. You guys are released. I know this might be really big, like insane information for you to process because you feel the need to talk about Taylor Swift despite the fact that you hate her. But you actually don't need to. There's actually like no law saying that you have to, so you could just move on with your life. Isn't that cool? I know. So the first track is called The Fate of Ophelia. And my initial reaction when I heard it was like such a glittery start. I was like, ooh, this is kind of like, it reminded me of I Can See You from Speak Now. And it just gave me like the sneaky like rock vibes. The chorus is a little corny, but also Taylor Swift is corny. So like, I knew what I signed up for 19 years ago. I signed up for a cornball. I really liked this track. The music video is super cool. There's so many Easter eggs in it. I went to go see the Taylor Swift movie. That way I could also get like some behind the scenes info of what each song was about. Interesting because the voice memo of the original lyrics was, I was alone in my tower. I was just honing my powers, not you were honing your powers, meaning like the original inspiration was her saving herself. And a lot of people, including myself, think about like she is honing her powers, like touring the Eras Tour, making the highest grossing tour of all time. And it was because of the Eras Tour that she was able to buy back her masters. So she was alone in her tower without her masters, honing her powers at the Eras Tour so she could save herself from the fate of Ophelia drowning in sadness because she doesn't own her music. That's one theory. Obviously, people also think Travis is the one who saved her from the fate of Ophelia and that she thought she was just gonna die alone and Travis saved her from that fate. So that's also a thought. The second verse goes, you wrap around me like a chain, a crown, a vine, pulling me into the fire, not your fire. So it sounds like she's not being saved by this person, right? Because it was pulling me into your fire. That sounds sexy, passionate, personal. But pulling me into the fire sounds public, sounds like you're under fire. So I thought that was also an interesting lyric. Also from I Hate It Here from the Tortured Poets Department, she says, I hate it here, so I will go to secret gardens in my mind. People need a key to get to, the only one is mine. And the bridge to The Fate of Ophelia is, 'tis locked inside my memory and only you possess the key. So I don't know. I like that parallel. But I really liked The Fate of Ophelia. I thought it was a fun start, and the more I've listened to it, the more I enjoy it. And I love the little dance as well. Elizabeth Taylor. My initial reaction was, okay, Reputation. This sounds like such a Reputation track. I did laugh when she was like, Elizabeth Taylor. Like in the beginning, it's just like, okay, Taylor Swift, you are so... But I do enjoy the parallels between Elizabeth Taylor and Taylor Swift, and I like that she played on that. The verses for me were a little slow, but again, it's a song that I have grown to love, and I really enjoy like the beat drop, and I love the bridge. All my white diamonds and lovers are forever in the papers, in the screens, and in their minds. Love that. That is super cool. Okay, the third song, Opalite. This is my favorite. I have this thing where I can just like tell when a song is gonna be my song. When I first heard Blank Space from 1989, I was like, oh, yeah, this is gonna be my song from the album. Or when I first heard I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, I was like, this is going to be my song from the album. Paris. Like, there's just like, I feel an internal click. And within the first like 3 bars of Opalite, I was like, I don't need to listen to the rest of the album. This is going to be my favorite song off the album. And it is. It is corny. It's glittery. It's so fun. The first verse is her talking about herself and being down and alone, and her mama told her, it's all right, you were dancing through the lightning strike, sleepless through the onyx night, now the sky's opalite. The second verse is her talking about another person, presumably Travis or whatever, saying, you know, you were in a relationship you weren't happy with, but that's when I told you it's all right, you were dancing through the lightning strike. The last verse is, don't you sweat it, baby, it's all right, whatever. One criticism, and there's been a lot of critiques around this album. This album has not been received well. One criticism I saw, and I'm not a person of color, so I don't have that much authority to speak on this, is that because Travis Kelce's ex was black, this song is a microaggression. Sleepless through the onyx night, now the sky is opalite. But again, if we look back at the first verse, it's my mama told me. It had nothing to do with Travis or his ex. Also, it feels a little bit like a stretch, you guys. Like, sleepless through the onyx night, now the sky's opalite. Like, we can't associate night and day with only racial implications. Like, night and day is a metaphor, and it's also a reality. People go through dark times and light times. I love this song. I think it's super, super fun. I just wanted in this video to like bring up criticisms that people were saying, my opinion on the criticisms, and then move on. You can think what you want. I personally think that's a little bit of a stretch with the lyrics of Opalite. The fourth song, Father Figure. What I wrote down is Father Figure is crazy. This song is crazy. A lot of people have different opinions on what this song is. Now that I've listened to it for about a week, I can see that it may be about her buying back her masters against Scott Borchetta and Scooter Braun, and how she trusted them to take care of her through the early years of her career, just for them to stab her in the back and sell her music. So I thought that was really interesting. I should say, I'm Team Taylor all the way. Always. I want her to be happy. If she is happy in this relationship and wants to get married, I'm happy for her. If this is all part of the show, all part of the PR showgirl scheme, love it. Happy for her. Personally, I believe this relationship is PR. That's just me. But again, I'm happy to be wrong. But with that said, I interpreted Father Figure as like kind of how she associates Cowboy Like Me with Travis. Like, oh, we both know how to like hustle for the good life, telling the rich people anything they want to hear. Thought about Joe and Travis of like, they'll know your name in the streets, leave it with me, like, come with me, I'll protect you, I'll get you boosted, I'll get you famous, and her being betrayed. But I actually think the Scooter Braun Scott Borchetta theory is a little bit better. I think it just makes more sense given what she's gone through. I friggin' love this song. I'm gonna say something so controversial yet brave right now, and all of you can suck it. I think the bridge of Father Figure is in her top 15 best bridges she's ever written. And I'm saying 15 because she's written like 300 songs. So like, I can't Top 10 is very narrow. But I friggin' love this bridge. I saw a change in you, my dear boy. They don't make loyalty like they used to. Your thoughtless ambition sparked the ignition to foolish decisions that led to misguided visions. That to fulfill your dreams, you had to get rid of me. I protect the family. I was your father figure. We drink that brown liquor. You made a deal with this devil. Turns out my dick's bigger. You want to fight? You found it? I got the place surrounded. You'll be sleeping with the fishes before you know you're motherfucking drowning. I added in the cursing, but that's the sentiment. Whose portrait's on the mantle? Who covered up your scandals? Mistake my kindness for weakness? Have your motherfucking card canceled, bitch. I was your father figure. You pulled the wrong trigger. This empire belongs to me. Leave it with me. Oh, I'm sorry. That eats. And yes, I did add in the cursing, but like because I can't sing it or play it for you guys need to know the sentiment, the vibes. Oh my God, this empire belongs to me. I need her to make a music video to this song. I felt this way about Would've, Could've, Should've, and she didn't make a music video to it, and I was like, diva. I need her. I want it to be The Man 2.0. I want her to dress up like a man. I want it to be Sopranos, Godfather, mob boss theme, because the whole song has this sort of mobster energy. When it says this empire belongs to me, I want it to be all the previous Taylor eras, like from Look What You Made Me Do or the Eras Tour, and her going, this empire belongs to me, leave it with me, with all her past selves. It is big dick energy, like truly. And the clean version of this song is that you made a deal with this devil, turns out my check's bigger, which I almost like better because, first of all, whenever Taylor curses or talks about sex, I'm like, Mom, please, you're embarrassing me. But she's an adult, obviously, so she's allowed. I feel like check is has more penile implications than just saying dick, because it's like, in this industry, money is power and money is like a man's world. So you made a deal with this devil, turns out my check's bigger. I feel like saying my check is bigger is more blatantly penile than saying my dick's bigger, because my dick's bigger is like surface level, but my check's bigger is like the implication is that my dick's also bigger. Anyway, that was a lot of penis talk. I'm gonna get demonetized. Eldest daughter. This is the one that a lot of people have problems with. I want to start out by saying I really like the bridge. I think the bridge is really sweet. It reminds me of old Taylor. I really like it. What my initial reaction was, it's giving early Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus in a good way, and the marriage line was insane. She said, when I said I don't believe in marriage, that was a lie, because she has written previous songs about how she doesn't want that 1950s shit, etc. Side note, when I talked about this album previously, like what we're anticipating, I mentioned that Taylor Swift said in the podcast that she doesn't Easter egg her personal life and there was a Pinocchio behind her. And now that the album has come out, we all know that she does Easter egg her personal life. Travis posted Easter eggs. Like there was so she is a liar. It was like in our faces. Yeah, so Taylor Swift is a liar, as we know. Another thing that I did like about this song is that it reminded me a little bit of Sweet Nothing, where she goes, and I'm just too soft for all of it. The chorus is, I'm not a bad bitch, this isn't savage, which, okay. She's using this modern vernacular on purpose, but I sort of interpreted it as like, everyone else is acting so tough, and like, I'm not a bad bitch. Taylor Swift has never been a bad bitch. That's not her brand. That's not her style. Like, she's not she's just always been this like softer girl. And I think she's just like admitting that, like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be this like reputation, like vibe. Like, that's just not her. So I did enjoy that part, but is it her strongest track 5? No. I just saw this take on TikTok, so I thought I'd include it here. I also saw some critiques on Eldest Daughter because the chorus is, I'm not a bad bitch, this isn't savage. And people saying that was microaggressive towards Black women because that's AAVE and it's been used in a lot of like songs. Again, I'm not POC, I'm not Black. I'm not here to say what's a microaggression and what isn't. My interpretation is she's saying like, I admire these women, but like, that's not me. I'm not that. I'm sorry. Like, I can't live up to that standard. Not so much like I'm so much better, because I feel like the whole theme of the song isn't I'm so much better. It's like I'm sad. That's my interpretation. I am not the microaggression police, certainly not on this topic. I just want to present that argument. Ruin the friendship. At first I was like, ooh, I love this like 70s vibe to it. The bass line was so nice. Okay, also I'm home alone. That's why my dress isn't zipped up, because I can't do it myself. I really like this. I thought it was interesting that she was going back to high school. It's sort of like, is this an analogy for something? Which I still think it might be. A lot of people are attributing this song, because spoiler alert, there's a death in this song, that it's about one of her friends from high school who she sang at his funeral, he committed suicide, etc. I think it is an analogy for a lot of other things. I've been a Swiftie long enough to know that she has multiple muses in all of her songs. And so I really don't think any one song is about one person or one experience. It could be about that friend that she is talking, that people are mentioning, like, oh, she sang at his funeral, etc. What I wrote for my first impression is Abigail mention, exclamation point, and then sneaky sad, which I wrote in succession, because the bridge or whatever is, when I left school, I lost track of you. Abigail called me with the bad news. You know, I whispered at the grave, should have kissed you anyway. And it's about regretting and about like taking that chance. My advice is always ruin the friendship. Better that than regret it for all time. You know, ask the question, which I really liked. Am I thinking, oh, is this about a certain model? But I'm not gonna go there because people get really, really mad when you talk about that. But I like the sentiment of just like, my advice is ruin the friendship. Ask the question, because otherwise you'll be regretting it for your whole life. What could have been? And I really liked that. And I thought it was interesting that she used a high school relationship or high school friendship. One thing that I saw people say is like, oh my God, she's stuck in high school. Baby, she knew this guy in high school and he died. So like, obviously she's gonna talk about high school. That's gonna stick with you. Anyway, actually romantic. Okay, like I just said, I personally am of the belief that Taylor Swift songs have multiple muses. I seldom think that a song is about one person. Many people think this song is about Charlie XCX, who is a singer. I am of the personal belief this is about Charlie, Gabriette, Maddie, Maddie's mom, Pitchfork. It's about all the people who spent hours talking about Taylor Swift on Twitter, making videos on YouTube that are an hour long about how much they hate Taylor Swift, making TikToks and TikToks and TikToks about how much they hate Taylor Swift. I truly think it's about all of that, because the only people who talk about Taylor Swift more than Swifties are people who claim to hate Taylor Swift. Really, you guys give us a run for our money. God damn, her name is always in your mouth, isn't it? Isn't it? So that's my piece. I don't think this is just about Charlie. I think it's slightly about her. I think it's about Gabriette. I think it's about Billie Eilish. I think it's about Phineas. I think it's about Maddie and Maddie's mom. I think it's about all these people who cannot stop talking about Taylor despite claiming that they can't stand her. Sounds like you're a fan. What I wrote for my first impression is, whoever, whatever this is about, get her, Jade.
Get her, Jade.
Love the snark in the melody. She said wet? So I want to address some of the criticisms of this song. Hey, if we're under the impression that this is about Charlie XCX, here's a brief history between Taylor Swift and Charlie XCX that I made. Here you go, 1 minute. Hey, remember when I opened for you on tour? Yeah, despite it being the biggest stage I've ever played, I hated every moment of it. It felt like I was playing for a bunch of 5-year-olds. Every time you are backstage at my boyfriend's show, I pray that his bandmate breaks up with you and dumps her ass. It literally makes me want to fucking vomit seeing your face. Do you see me hanging out with your friends? Yeah, I'm hanging out with your friends. Aren't you jealous? Aren't you jealous? Aren't you jealous? Oh, did someone bomb threat your concert? Did some of your fans get stabbed? Well, I'm gonna pose on this cover with a chopped off hand that looks a lot like your fans. And what? My friends and I follow a bunch of white supremacist hate accounts that post hate and rumors about you, and we like it in public. Aren't you mad? Aren't you mad? You know, it's actually kind of sweet how much you think of me. Oh my God. That is so petty and low. You are racist, homophobic. I cannot believe you would say something like that. By the way, you got a little something. That's ableist. So that's all of that. And that's what we know. That's what we've seen in public. These people know each other. Taylor Swift dated Charlie's fiance's bandmate. You know, they were running in the same circles. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, obviously. We do not know these people, despite how parasocial I get. The opening line is, I heard you called me boring Barbie when the Cokes got you brave. And people heard Coke and went, Charlie XCX. So I think that's less on Taylor Swift and more on you that you heard the word Coke and immediately thought of your fave. Also, people are saying like she's making fun of addiction. Well, Charlie XCX did sell a vinyl that had like Coke vibes to it. So what now? Some people say that this song is a response to Charlie's song Sympathy is a Knife, where she's like, I could never be you if I tried. It makes me sick to see your face, whatever. Again, we don't know these people. There are layers to this whole thing. And what Charlie has said about Taylor, in my opinion, and done to Taylor is way worse than what Taylor has done to Charlie, considering she gave her an opening spot for the Reputations tour, which was one of the biggest tours of all time at the time. But people are like, Sympathy is a Knife is about Charlie being insecure, and Taylor's just a mean girl. First of all, being insecure doesn't shield you from criticism, and second of all, it's more than just that song. It's layers and layers and layers of things. Also, the song isn't that mean. The song is, it's actually sweet all the time you've spent on me. It's actually wild all the effort you've put in. It's actually romantic. I really gotta hand it to you. And the chorus says, you think I'm tacky, baby, stop talking dirty to me. It sounded nasty, but it feels like flirting to me. I mind my business, God's my witness that I don't provoke it. In fact, it's making me wet. And people are like, that's homophobic. If you don't like Taylor Swift, you must have a crush on her. Taylor Swift is saying she's getting turned on about how much attention this person is giving her. It has nothing to do with the other person. So addressing the like homophobia, babes, come on. She's literally saying like, I'm getting turned on by how much you're into me. How is that homophobic? Okay. A few other things. I think it's funny when people are like, she's making fun of someone that called her boring Barbie and then writes a boring song. That's the point. That's the point. Oh, she's making fun of someone that put the effort in, but she's writing a whole ass song. That's the point. If we're under the impression this is about Charlie made this whole song that is so high production and all of this, auto-tune everything. Taylor's like, you're not even worth all that time. I'm just gonna do a little guitar and sing and like just kind of have a really boring basic song because it's not really even worth it to like try to get a banger out to address the haters. Why would I address the haters with a banger? I'm just gonna give you something boring. And again, I think it's about multiple people. Again, this is like chronically online takes that I've been seeing on Twitter and TikTok. I don't actually think people believe in this because it's very ridiculous, but we are in like a who can be more woke competition, and I really feel like people need to just like snap out of it. All right, the next song is Wish List. What I first wrote is, it has glitch energy, it's corny but so cute, and I can see a festive remix. A lot of people were saying that Opalite gives them Christmas vibes. I feel like Wish List could be a really cute Christmas song. Is it lyrically her strongest song? No. It's like, okay. But it's cutesy. It kind of reminds me of like London Boy or Paper Rings. This pisses me off. One thing that people have been saying is that she's promoting the trad wife conservatism vibe with this song. Because the chorus goes, I just want you, have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. We tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow, now you have me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. Boss up, settle down, I just want you. And people are saying that that's white supremacist because she wants the whole block to look like Travis Kelce. Okay. She's literally just saying, I want kids and I want to look around our neighborhood and see our kids playing and they look like you. Like, what? And that it's trad wife. Liberals want kids too. Liberals want marriage and kids too. If we only akin family and marriage and children with conservatives, then who's raising the next generation of liberals? I come from two liberal parents. My mom's dad was a liberal. Like, liberals want kids, liberals want families. And I don't like that because of what has happened in this trad wife conservatism era, that now they have a monopoly on wanting family and kids. I bought a house with my boyfriend that we're in, and we live in the cutest neighborhood. I'm a raging liberal, as you guys know. And yeah, I want kids with him. I love our little neighborhood. I want a basketball hoop. I want Halloween. I want these things. That doesn't mean I'm a trad wife. So I really have a problem, again, like with this like woke competition of, if you want marriage and kids and to live in a neighborhood with a basketball hoop, then you're a trad wife. Not to mention, she's a billionaire. She has spent 35 years climbing the career ladder, focusing on her career. How is she a trad wife? How is a 35-year-old woman who's a billionaire, who did it on her own selling her music, trad wife, who has done nothing but endorse Kamala and Joe Biden and all? What are you talking about? She like is very vocal about being a Democrat, but Taylor Swift's a trad wife for wanting kids after making $1 billion selling her songs. Get fucking real. All right, I'm getting heated. Would. I said in my predictions that I did not think Taylor Swift was gonna write a song about a penis.
Last season on the show, I made a bet that Kim and Kanye's marriage wouldn't last longer than 72 days. And I told you, if it did, I'd eat crow. It's got a nice consistency.
Yeah.
And I was wrong. And I'm here to say that I was wrong. I really didn't realize. I freaking love this song. Everyone else can eat it, okay? This is so fun. My initial response was, ooh, shit, love the 70s vibe. I immediately got Stevie Wonder. When my boyfriend heard it, he was like, this reminds me of I'm Coming Out by Diana Ross, which if you're a gaylor, also the opening line of Wood is Daisy's bare naked.
So you've got a magnificent pair of bananas. Oh, great heavens!
Raise your hand if you had a heart attack. Raise your hand if you were scared.
Many people were scared. Me too. I was really scared.
But it's about like, it has all these superstitions and it's like, I ain't got to knock on wood. All of that bitchin' wishin' on a falling star didn't mean any good. I ain't got to knock on wood. Just you and me forever dancing in the dark. Over me, it's understood. I ain't got to knock on wood. Forgive me, it sounds cocky. He hypnotized me and opened my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key to open my thighs. Is it corny? Yes. Does Taylor Swift live and die by the cob? Also yes. I have been a fan of Taylor Swift for 19 years. You're trying to tell me right now, after 19 years of being a die-hard fan, that she's corny? Baby, I know. I signed up for Senorita Awesome. I signed up for this cornball. You think I didn't know the girl who wrote I was riding shotgun with my hair undone in the front seat of his car is corny? You think I didn't know the woman who wrote she wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts, she's cheer captain, I'm on the bleachers is corny? You think I didn't know that we are never, ever getting back together? You think I didn't know that person was corny? Get real. Don't cite the dark magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written, okay? Pack it up. Another criticism I saw on Wood, which is so crazy and I just need to address it. Someone was like, she's writing a song about a penis to the tune of a Jackson 5 song who were children at the time. It's not to the tune of a Jackson 5 song. I thought of Stevie Wonder at first. My boyfriend thought of Diana Ross. You heard a song about a penis and you immediately thought about the Jackson 5 as children. I think that makes you the weirdo, not Taylor Swift. I heard, oh, this Superstition, it reminds me of Superstition by Stevie Wonder. My boyfriend's like, oh, this kind of had the same bass line as I'm Coming Out. You thought of the Jackson 5. So sounds like a skill issue. I love this song. It's fun. It's dancey. Maybe if you took the stick out of your butt and put it somewhere else, you might be able to relate to this song about having fun. Canceled. The first thing I wrote was, okay, look what you made me do. Again, very much reminds me of Reputation. And similar to Reputation, similar to Look What You Made Me Do, I thought it was a little corny at first, but it's fun. It's fun enough. It's like, it's no Look What You Made Me Do, but I think it's fun. I enjoy it. A lot of people were saying like, oh, is this about Brittany Mahomes? The bridge is, they stood by me before my exoneration. They believed I was innocent. Meaning from 2017, the whole Kim Ye thing. So it's not about Brittany Mahomes, obviously, that MAGA weirdo. For me, it's about her friends who stuck by her through Reputation, through when everybody hated her. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. Honey. This is another one that people don't really like. It is a little corny. Well, it's very corny. It reminds me of like Paper Rings. Like, it's just sweet. And I think it is really vulnerable for her to say like, I didn't know it was safe to be called these words because they've only ever been used against me. Like, oh, honey, that skirt doesn't fit you. Oh, sweetheart, you better back off. Like that kind of thing. And I think it's really sweet that she's like, I didn't realize these words could be nice things until I met you. Is it lyrically her strongest? No. Is it fun? Sure. There is something very, very fun about the beat to it. And the like last verse where it was like, when anyone called me lovely, they were trying to find ways not to praise me, but you say it like you're in awe of me and stay until the morning. That's sweet, you guys, okay? Stop being weird and haters. Last one, The Life of a Showgirl, the title track. I love Bon Jovi and the Eagles in the musical Rock of Ages, so I love this song. This song reminded me of the end of a jukebox musical. Like, it's so theatrical, and people are like, oh, it's so corny, it sounds like a musical. Yeah, bitch, it's called The Life of a Showgirl. What are we talking about?
Da! Da! Okay? Da! You stupid fuck!
My initial reaction was 80s easy rock song with a warning about the whole album. Married to the Hustle, it gives me Dear Reader vibes. Dear Reader's at the end of Midnights, and she's like, don't take advice from someone who's falling apart. Dear Reader, you know, I'm not the one to take advice from. And this is like, y'all, you'll never know the life of a showgirl, and you don't want to. And I think that's not only, you'll never know what it's like to be Taylor Swift, you'll never know what it's like to be this famous, and you don't want to because it'll shatter the facade that you have. But I also think Taylor's going, you'll never know me. And you guys don't really want to, because if you knew the real me, you may turn your back on me or something like that. So, like, she's always going to withhold something from us. Obviously, that's how you have a boundary and protect yourself. I love Sabrina's duet on this. I think it was so cute. The bridge is so fun. I'm a sucker for, like, all the instruments cut out. It's just the percussion, and it's like, hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. Married to the hustle, and now I know the life of the showgirl, babe. Like, so fun. When she said married to the hustle, I said, hello? PR? Performance art lores? Are we here? Are we listening? For me, the song was saying like, and this is all part of the show. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, good night. And she used sounds from the Eras Tour. I loved that. So that was the album track by track. My last little piece I want to say is that as a fan for the past 19 years, unrelenting, there has never been an era that I didn't love Taylor Swift. This happens every album cycle. When she was just a country star, it was like, this is so juvenile. When Fearless came out, You Belong With Me is so corny. When Speak Now came out, all she does is write about boys. When Red came out, We Are Never Getting Back Together is so bad, and I Knew You Were Trouble sounds better with a goat screaming over it. When 1989 came out, Shake It Off is so horrible and they're culturally appropriating in the music video. When Reputation came out, oh my god, cancel Taylor Swift, she's a snake. You really think she clapped back with this trash? It's so bad. When Lover came out, oh my god, Lover is her flop era. Even though Cruel Summer was like the song of the summer. When Folklore came out, people were like, I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit. A rose grew out of ice frozen ground with no one around to tweet it. This is so corny and stupid. Why is she trying to be indie? When Evermore came out, why is she just doing more folklore? When Midnights came out, Anti-Hero is the stupidest song. She's a grown woman. Why is she saying sexy baby? When Tortured Poets Department came out, I Could Do It With a Broken Heart is so bad. This is so wordy. Why would she produce 31 songs? When Life of a Showgirl came out, this is so glitter gel pen. Why are the lyrics so bad? But You guys always have something to say. So like, I'm like, okay, have fun. Because in 2 years and a year, you guys will be loving this. People hated Reputation at the time. And someone was trying to rewrite history and being like, Reputation was so popular. No, it wasn't. For Swifties loved Reputation. The world hated Taylor Swift at this time. I was in college. I remember. I was there. And now Reputation is touted as one of her best albums. But it was torn to shreds when it came out. And Taylor Swift discusses that in an interview, how people hated Reputation just because they hated her. And now everyone loves it. And so she's like, yeah, I don't care that people don't like Life of a Showgirl because that's the same thing happened with Reputation. I'm really proud of this work. And the people will know. The people will see how the longevity of it all. Overall, I love this album. I think it's fun. Do I think lyrically it's her most beautiful album? No. Do I think it has some really good lyrics and songs in it? Yes. Do I love the soft rock 70s vibe? Yes. I wish she did more of that soft rock. I love the like 90s 2000s soft rock in Actually Romantic. I love the Fleetwood Mac's like Stevie Wonder 70s vibe of it all. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up and let me know down below what your favorite song is from this album. If you don't like this album, just move on. It's not that big of a deal. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for either more content from me and subscribe to this channel because I post videos every Friday. And with that, have a happy, happy day. Bye!